From the beginning of time, man has wondered, is there life after death? While the question will probably remain one each individual must answer for himself, some recent scientific investigations do provide interesting opinions. Several years ago, Dr. Kübler-Ross of the University of Zurich and Dr. Moody of the University of Virginia began to conduct research on the subject. In the course of their research, both interviewed thousands of people who had been pronounced dead by their doctors, some for as long as 2 hours, and then had miraculously come back to life. All those who had died claimed remarkably similar experiences. Many people said that at the moment of death, they had heard a rushing or a buzzing sound while they moved through a long, dark tunnel or cave. Then they suddenly found themselves floating outside their own physical bodies, able to observe themselves and the doctors and nurses around them. Nearly everyone said that at that point, the spirits of their departed friends, parents, or relatives came to meet and help them. In addition, there was a loving, warm spirit, which everyone described as a being of pure, intense light. The being of light communicated with them, assuring them that it wasn't their time to die. The people who had died then returned to their earthly bodies, even though overwhelming feelings of joy, love, and peace beckoned them to remain. If this were the descriptions of a single individual or a handful of people, it could be easily dismissed, but that is not the case. Well over 1,000 people have been interviewed. Although they maintained widely varying or no religious beliefs at all, had diverse cultural backgrounds, and had died under a variety of circumstances, they all reported essentially the same experience. What's more, the same results were achieved by 2 separate investigators, Drs. Kübler-Ross and Moody, neither of whom was aware of each other's research. It's remarkable, isn't it? On the one hand, it is possible that the human body and brain are designed to react to a close brush with death in a particular manner, much as everyone feels pain when pricked with a needle. Indeed, some researchers insist that these afterlife experiences are merely fantasies the human brain creates as it struggles to cope with the crisis of death. On the other hand, Kübler-Ross and Moody, who are psychiatrists as well as medical doctors, claim that the people they interviewed were not describing fantasies at all. At least to the people who were being interviewed, the experiences were quite real. And then there is the fact that in several cases, the people were able to describe accurately the medical techniques they had seen the physicians used to bring them back to life, even though none of the people had any medical knowledge whatsoever. The question is, of course, still open. But regardless of what one makes of these reported experiences, it is perhaps significant that nearly everyone who has died once and returned is completely unafraid of dying again. So what about you? Are you afraid of dying? Do you believe in life after death?